help me reach 1,000 subscribers. I recall the shape of her mouth that night. Not a smile. Something smaller, sharper. A smirk. The kind of expression that tells you love didn't die loudly. It slipped away quietly, long before either of you cared to notice. We were sitting at the same oak dining table we bought over a decade ago when life still felt shared. My name is Daniel, 38 years old, married to Claire for 11 years. We met in college. Back then she was all big laughter and wild dreams. I admired it. She made ordinary days feel larger. But somewhere between responsibilities, deadlines, bills, and unspoken frustrations, her laughter changed. It wasn't warmth anymore. Stung. It cut. Felt like it was aimed at me, not shared with me. Dinner had turned into the place where silence lived. Forks clicking against plates where conversation used to sit comfortably. That night I asked her something simple, almost too simple. Claire, can we stop hosting your friends every weekend? I need one quiet night to just breathe. She didn't lift her eyes from her phone. Didn't acknowledge the weight of what I said. Then the smirk. That slow, dismissive twist of her lip that said I was small. That I didn't matter enough to consider. If you don't like it, she said, flat and casual. The door's open. The words weren't yelled. They weren't emotional. They came out as if she were commenting on a news headline. And something in me didn't break, it clarified. I understood then that I had spent years trying to fix what she had already walked away from. I stepped outside onto the porch. The sky was dark but not raining, though the air felt full of rain that never came. I thought of who I used to be, the man who believed that if you just kept trying, kept explaining, kept waiting for the right moment, things would mend. But love doesn't disappear overnight. Dims. One ignored conversation at a time. One belittling comment at a time. One smirk at a time. When I walked back in, she was humming while rinsing dishes. A tune I didn't recognize. I told her, Claire, I'm tired of pretending we're fine. She didn't even look up. Oh please. Not this again. I said, I've tried to talk to you. I've tried to make this work. But you don't care anymore. Daniel, people drift. Happens to everyone. You'll live. No sadness. Not even irritation. Just boredom. That was worse than anger. Anger means something mattered. Boredom means the clock ran out a long time ago. I nodded. She expected a fight. She expected me to plead like I had before. But I didn't. I smiled genuinely because I finally understood. You're right, I told her. The door's open. She gave me that same smirk, unaware she'd already lost the script. So I continued. Exactly for you. Her hands paused. The water kept running. For the first time in a long time, she actually looked at me. Searching. Calculating. Maybe wondering if I was bluffing. But I wasn't upset anymore. I was done. I went to the bedroom, pulled her suitcase from the closet, and began to pack. Slowly. Calmly. Deliberately. The sound of hangers scraping the closet rod echoed through the room like a clock counting down. She followed me. Daniel. What are you doing? You said the door's open. I'm simply helping you walk through it. You're being dramatic. No. I've just finally reached the end of waiting for you to show up in this marriage. For a moment she looked uncertain, like she couldn't decide if she should laugh or get angry. She tried to soften her voice. You always overreact. I looked her directly in the eye. No. I always cared. That's the difference. I zipped the suitcase. The sound was final in the quiet room. She sat on the bed staring at her hands. I almost wanted her to say something real. Something vulnerable. Something human. But all she managed was, You're ending 11 years over one conversation? No. I'm letting go of 11 years of being dismissed. Your sentence tonight was just the last period at the end. I carried the suitcase to the door. She followed, voice unsteady now. So that's it. Yes, I said. That's it. When the door closed behind her, the quiet wasn't empty. It felt clean. Like air after a storm passes. The days that followed were strangely peaceful. No guilt. No doubt. Just stillness. The kind I hadn't realized I'd been missing. I got used to small things again. Making breakfast for one. Going to bed without checking which half of the mattress was filled. Silence became comfort instead of pressure. One morning doing dishes I caught myself humming. The same habit she used to have. But for me, it didn't feel like her shadow. It felt like something I had reclaimed. I understood then. Love doesn't vanish with loud betrayal. It slips away in quiet disrespect. In the rolled eyes. In the tired sighs. In the mockery disguised as humor. And when you finally choose yourself, the silence that follows isn't loneliness. It's freedom settling in. So when people ask what happened, I don't say she left or that I made her leave. I simply say, I stopped trying to be heard by someone who had stopped listening. And if they ask more, I just say, the door was open. I finally walked through the right side of it.